Testing 1 million, 2 million, 3 million.
Because this is not a business where you take polls. It's a business where you think. You're not right or wrong because 1,000 people agree with you. And you're not right or wrong because 1,000 people disagree with you. You're right because your facts and your reasoning.
Warren Buffett is most known as the best investor of all time and one of the richest people on earth. But how did he actually make his billions? And how did he get to this renowned fame? First, we must start at the beginning of Warren Buffett's life. Warren Buffett was born on August 30th, 1930 in Omaha, Nebraska. As a child, Warren always had a love for business and investing. His first real business was created as a kid by purchasing Coca-Cola bottles for 25 cents each and going door to door selling those bottles for profits, while also having a job delivering papers. Warren, at 11 years old, invested all his money he accumulated from his previous ventures into his first ever stock, where Warren bought 3 shares of City Service Preferred at $38 per share. Ever since his first stock investment, Warren fell in love with investing and the stock market. As Warren got older, he followed the footsteps of another previous investor named Benjamin Graham, who believed in buying undervalued stocks. Warren met Mr. Graham by being a student at Columbia University, where Mr. Graham was a professor, where Graham took Warren under his wings to further expand his knowledge on investing. Throughout Warren's life, he would further the legacy of Benjamin Graham by investing in companies known as cigar butts.
I call used cigar butts of stocks. And the cigar butt approach to buying stocks is that you walk down the street and you're looking around for cigar butts and you find this on the street, this terrible looking, soggy, ugly looking cigar, 1 puff left in it. But you pick it up and you get your 1 puff. Disgusting, you throw it away, but it's free. I mean, it's cheap. And then you look around for another soggy, 1 puff cigarette. Well, that's what I did for years.
However, along Buffett's journey at 29 years old, he met Charlie Munger at a dinner party in his hometown, where they got along very well and later became business partners in the behemoth Berkshire Hathaway. Munger changed Buffett's perspective on what companies to purchase, from previously only investing in dead companies that were extremely undervalued to now purchasing companies that were fairly valued compounding machines.
Mr. Munger, you are largely credited with moving Warren away from the cigar butt approach to investing as it was practiced by Ben Graham.
Yeah, well, I think there's some mythology in this idea that I've been this great enlightener of Warren Buffett. Warren hasn't needed much enlightenment, but we both kept learning all the time, and See's Candy did teach us both a wonderful lesson. And it'll teach you a lesson if I tell you the full story. If See's Candy had asked $100,000 more, Warren and I would have walked. That's how dumb we were at that time.
10,000 more.
And one of the reasons we didn't walk is while we were making this wonderful decision, we weren't going to pay a dime more. Ira Marshall said to us, "You guys are crazy. There's some things you should pay up for, quality, business quality, and so forth. You're underestimating quality." Well, Warren and I, instead of behaving the way they do in a lot of places, we listened to the criticism.
Warren Buffett throughout his life was not an arrogant person who thought he was the best. However, he listened to others' criticism and tweaked his strategy. Warren Buffett started to see his wealth climb as he got older due to his money compounding year over year and beating the stock market by averaging 20% returns over his lifetime. Throughout his life, he has had many great stock investments, including his purchase of Coca-Cola stock in the late 1980s, Bank of America and Moody's during the Great Financial Crisis, and as of recent in the late 2010s, one of his best investments ever, which was Apple. As of today, Buffett is worth about $150 billion. Although Warren Buffett may not be the conventional millionaire where he invented the computer, self-driving vehicles, or even AI, he achieved consistent returns throughout his life, which ultimately allowed his money to compound exponentially, allowing him to become what he is worth today.